Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, it's about that time. It's Monday Night Raw, real estate style. Hope you're having yourself a great day so far. It's Monday, 7/20. It's not 4/20, but it's 7/20. We got a great show for you all tonight. I got some good shows coming up for you in the coming weeks as well. Go ahead and drop your name in and where you're coming in from. I'll give you a quick shout out before we start this thing off. Next week, we'll be on with Miss True Lawyer, Charmaine Robinson out of Chicago. She's going to be coming in talking about how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. If you ever want to get into that type of stuff, this is the show to be on. That's next Monday night on July the 27th. Then we'll be going into August. Let me see who we got here. We got Antoine Campbell out of Virginia, how to wholesale real estate virtually in multiple markets. That's coming up on the 17th of August. And we got a couple of others as well. And I'll put those out. If you ever want to be notified of the shows that we do have, all you got to do is text JV to 31996. That'll get you the free joint venture agreement. Help you work with other wholesalers, other real estate agents, and other investors. Just text JV to 31996. We'll get you in there like that there. Pretty easy, right? So that's right. And as you know, tonight we're on with Ty, a.k.a. the Flip Man. He's in the green room warming up. He about to come out here swinging and bucking and swinging. Let's see who we got up in here. What's up, Sonia? How you doing? I see if you're watching in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, hit that little link in the description. That'll give us your name. Let us know where you're coming in from. What's up, Miss Collins? I see you down in Florida. Not 420. That's right, Big D. I see you. Good. From New Orleans. I see we got New Orleans in the house. Who else here? Tasha from San Francisco. All right. What's good? Callie in the building by way of KC. I guess that's what that means. What's up, Sean? And we got Roy in the STL. I didn't know you were from St. Louis. And Jump Steady. What up? So we are streaming live on Twitch, streaming live on Periscope, YouTube. We even got the Instagram going for a minute. If you're watching on Instagram, hop on over to the YouTube channel and we'll get you in as well so you get the full experience. What's up, Dominique? What's up, New Orleans? And that's right. That's how we do it. The 504. All right. That sounds like that's New Orleans. Great. What's up, bro? Dallas in the building. Good to see you all. So if you could do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. Share it out. Tag somebody who need to know about this real estate talk because there's no excuse. It's time to learn this stuff, y'all, and get this thing straight popping.
And we have Mr. I Stay Woke. And Mr. I Stay
Woke. What's happening? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe, and I'm right back at you with another real estate video. I want to say a good shout out to everybody that's watching here, that's listening on a replay or watching on a replay or listening to that podcast. Because, you know, we put this right back out as a podcast on Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, and all the other podcast platforms. Just search for the Woke Real Estate Show and you'll find it. So without further ado, I want to bring in my brother from the South, Ty, a.k.a. the Flip Man. What's up, bro?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Another sunny day. Hope you're having yourself a good one. And let's see here. So yeah, Ty, the Flip Man, your name is buzzing out in the streets. They say go to see you if they want to learn wholesaling. Is that a true statement?
You know, there's a lot of ways to learn it out here right now. You know, I do my thing. You know, been putting it out for a minute or whatever. It's out there for anyone who wants to take advantage of it. So
Great, great. So yeah, that's definitely I know we got a little delay. It probably will catch up here in a second. But yeah, so when I first got in about 2 years ago, I saw you had over 200 videos at that time. Now you're up to like what, 400 or something like that?
Just shy of 500, probably like 480, something like that.
Wow. There's plenty of content for people. So for people who may not know, who is Ty, aka the Flip Man, and what do you do?
Well, I reside in Birmingham, Alabama, and I've been involved in real estate, mainly wholesaling, since 2003. Basically came to me by accident. I'm sure that's probably how it happens for a lot of people. It's nothing I was seeking out. I like to think of myself as an entrepreneur first, and real estate is just the way that I've been able to make money. Pretty much all the other things I failed at, maybe one or two others. But again, I was introduced to real estate by accident. Basically, bought a course late 2000. Well, I'm sorry, early 2003, and I had some early success. My story is a little unconventional. You know what I'm saying? I put out some bandit signs, 50 bandit signs, and my first two calls were deals, which one of them blew up in my face, but luckily I had the second one. So fast forward to, I guess, 2007, 2008. I don't do a lot of things. I don't have a lot of hobbies or whatever. The internet was one of them. And so, when I discovered YouTube, I was like, wow, I may have something of value to add. So, I just started putting out content of my experience of putting real estate deals together. And I wanted to do it a little different than what others are not saying what I'm doing is better. I just wanted to be able to give away the information itself on how to wholesale real estate, which is a low entry point to get someone involved in it. Your cash or credit really doesn't matter as long as you've educated yourself. So started putting out the videos, and basically as of next month it'll be 12 years that I've been putting out that content, pretty much on a consistent basis for the most part. So
Wow, 12 years in the game strong. That's a long time. I know you've seen a lot of stuff change from the time you started to now. Now everybody on the internet, right?
well, yeah. Man, I don't even know. As far as black guys, I'm trying to think who was back then putting out content. I don't know of anyone. Somebody may can correct me back. Just say 2008, 2007, 2008, or whatever. So I've helped a lot of people along the way, man. It is what it is.
That's
you know.
right. That's what I like to see, results. A lot of people say, what do they do? Say when you go and watch the content and they take that action on it, it changes everything. So I guess you've seen a lot of success stories over the years, huh?
Oh yeah, man. It's just nothing to it always makes my day when I just get a because my cell phone number is out there, pretty much everywhere. This number right here. Um and so it's nothing for me to get a text message. Someone just sending me a picture of a check that they just picked up and just saying thank you. And I've never even talked to them before, which I have interviews of students and non-students, just YouTube subscribers, I guess, on my YouTube channel, over the years or whatever. But I get a lot of people that don't want to do that or whatever, so that's fine because I probably would be one of them individuals that wouldn't want to be interviewed, if I learned from someone or just me or whatever. So, but I
Right.
appreciate everyone that does, share like that because every time I do one, I learn something. I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Exactly. I would agree with that because I watched probably at least 100 of your videos myself. I know. Watched
uh,
yours and King Kong and a bunch of people. I say, I'm going to go learn. No excuse, right? I mean, so many people make excuses like, well, I don't know. All you got to do is go learn this stuff and start working, right?
well, yeah, a lot of times people, I get a little hostility sometimes because I'm so reachable, whatever. Not that I'm all that. I'm by no means. I don't want to come off like that, but uh, uh, is that the information is free, but a lot of people want to get straight to it. What video can I watch that'll tell me how to do it all? Well, I have several videos that explain the process from A to Z or whatever, but it still holes in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It just, so that's what the other 400 plus videos or for, you know what I'm saying, to fill in those holes or whatever. So you just have to take that. What I like to tell them is, if you don't have the patience to educate yourself, go ahead and do something else, right? Because real estate takes a lot of patience. But the trade-off of that is the paydays. They're not normal paydays, what most people are just not used to. And especially when you start talking about wholesaling, and I put a lot of content out on TikTok. And, I got videos $0 to $10,000, $10 to 10,000, $100 to 20,000, and they don't believe it. A lot of times they don't believe it just because the average person, you can walk in Walmart or Target or somewhere right now and ask 10 people have they ever heard of wholesaling. 9.5 of them have never heard of it before. You can walk into a real estate office. Well, now maybe a little different. 10 years ago, well, probably even 5 years ago, you can walk into any real estate office and 9 out of 10 agents have never heard of it and tell you it's illegal. Now it's probably 6 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just so much stuff out there about it or whatever. But still, a large number of real estate agents don't even know wholesaling exists.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that. There's real estate attorneys and agents
Oh yeah,
and
I'm
people that
sorry,
don't believe it.
I forgot about them.
We
That
had
side of
attorneys say, "Is this legal?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some of your brothering are closing these same deals.
Yeah, I've seen people just straight up say, "Oh no, that can't be legal. That's too good to be true." Okay, keep living in the clouds because people making money out here.
Oh yeah, no question about it, my man.
All right, cool. So I want to get into some actual stuff that people can take, some value, some jewels that they can actually take home and implement. So I know that when it comes to this business, marketing is very important. Attracting sellers, finding people who actually want to sell their house, preferably at a wholesale price. Probably the only way if you're going to do a cash deal. What are some of the ways that you would suggest a person that's coming with little to no or limited budget to actually attract these motivated type sellers?
Give me an amount.
$600.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's too much.
No, it's not too much, but that's a really good start. You know what I'm saying? That's a really good start, right? It's not many businesses you can start with $600, and after your very first transaction, you're in the black or should be in the black forever, forever, right? So we'll go with the 600 though. So if you got $600, all right, assuming you're in a decent sized market. If not, you're going to have to do some virtual stuff, which that shouldn't prevent you from doing virtual anyway. But starting out, I always recommend starting out in your back door because just familiarity will go a long way at you getting that first deal or succeeding, or whatever. But with $600, what Tyrone would do, Ty Flip Man, whatever you want to call me, what I would do if I knew what I knew now, if I was just starting out and I ain't have nothing but $600 to spare or whatever I was sacrificing, I'm a big bandit sign guy, right? So I would invest probably about 300, 350 of that into bandit signs. That should give me about one color, because I like to go with two colors, but one color bandit signs, I should be able to get about 200 of those, right? Shipped to me, right? All right, so that'll last me a month and a half or so. All right, the other thing I would do, I would go heavy with text messaging, right? On that. So now you can buy a list, skip trace it probably between 1,500. Well, let me see, 15,000. Let me see. You could probably skip trace at least 1,000 to 1,200 plus whatever text messaging service you use or whatever a platform that's compliant. And roll with that. With those two methods alone, you still may want to mix in some driving for dollars, or whether you may have a little gas money for that. Look up some vacants, target for rent properties. A lot of people sleep on that. The biggest, from my experience, you may have be different, Chris. The largest group of motivated sellers are tired landlords. So you can be proactive in targeting landlords that are trying to rent a property, and you want to try to avoid property managers on the seller side of it, and agents that are managing properties for them. So what you can do is you can target those red and white or black and white generic for rent signs that you see in yards when you're out driving for dollars looking for vacant houses. Make sure you pay attention to those. For sale by owner also. And then you can go online also on Zillow, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and so on, looking for landlords. Now, they may not want to sell the property at a price. We're going a little off track, but I'm just giving them, some additional nuggets. They might not want to sell the property at a wholesale price that works for you, but these guys like cash flow. They just may be tired of what comes with it as a landlord. So what you may want to do, they may give you a price that will allow you to cash flow. It may be, we'll just throw out a number, a property, a 120 property ARV, but the least they'll go is 80. So what you may be able to do, it may be a $1,100 rental area or whatever, right? So what you may want to do is negotiate. You'll say, well, hey, I'll give you 100 payments at 100 payments at $800 a month, right? And now you got that spread of $300 that you can work with. Obviously, there's some cost in there, but it'll be enough to cash flow or whatever. But just give me just a quick math example. So, as I said, the landlord may not want to give you a price that's a cash wholesale deal, but it may be an opportunity to do some form of owner financing. Like I said, they're used to the cash flow. So now you've convinced them to do it, but also you let them know, hey, you're taking the landlord out of it now because you're selling me this property on terms. You're holding the note on it, assuming there's no mortgage on it or whatever, which you can do those two, but it's different subject. But so with all that, that's what I would do with $600.
$600, yeah, because I think I started with about 1,000, so I started with too much.
I started with $250.
But I went in and spent money on, phone services, bandit signs was definitely part of it. I went in and just dumped $1,000 into it, so I'm gonna make a business out of it.
I spent $250 on 50 bandit signs, which was a drastic overpayment, but I didn't know at the time. You know what I'm saying? But those 50, that 250 turned into 2,500. That was my first deal. Not a lot, but it was a lot. It is a lot, but in the scheme of things. Right. It was a lot of money to me because it was a lot of money to me, but also it proved that it worked. That 250 was like $250,000 because I had failed at so many other business so-called opportunities or whatever. So I spent $400 on a course, which was the best $400 I've ever spent in my life as far as any form of investment, because I just can't tell you how much money I've been able to generate off of that $400, just buying a bootleg copy of Ron LeGrand's Quick Turn Real Estate course. A guy was selling it on eBay. I lost the auction, and back then, the sellers could contact you by email after the auction is over, right? And we negotiated a bootleg copy of it for $400. What his regular price, Ron's regular price for it was $1,500. Or whatever, was a lot of money and stuff. So for me, and I thought about eBay a couple of days later after I discovered what he really charged for it, and lost the auction. The guy we negotiated, some didn't get paid even with that. That was a $400 struggle, but again, the best $400 I've ever spent.
I know that's right. A lot of people do look at that when it comes to investing in themselves, getting coaching, getting mentorship, stuff like that. At what point, when people are actually, doing this business, do you feel like they should seek higher help to get them elevated in the business?
It's just going to depend on the individual. I can just tell you, if I'd have found somebody like me existed back in 2003, I would have never paid for a course, probably. Well, let me put it like this. Let me back up. I started, even after I bought Ron's course, the bootleg version, and I was still buying courses. I was making money though, right? But what I was always looking for, not really the process of putting deals together. I was always looking for one nugget of something that they were doing marketing wise that I wasn't doing already to generate more leads. That's what's up, Danielle. That's what I was always looking for. Right. It's just another edge. And eventually I stopped buying courses. After about 2 or 3 years in, I realized there wasn't not much new under the sun. But I guess I'm a little techie guy. So I stay on stuff or whatever for the most part,
I know that's right. Yeah. Cause this rabbit hole goes deep. There's so much stuff you can do in real estate. Wholesaling is kind of like just a baseline.
Oh, it's just the introduction. It's just the gateway to heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's just the gateway, man. This real estate stuff so deep, and oh my God, man, Jesus Christ.
There's
Yeah.
so much stuff you can do in this game, and it still amazes me to this day that people will sell their house for no money down and all type of stuff if you know how to talk the right talk.
2 words: motivated seller.
That's right.
And you can't believe you can't. There's people that when they first hear that, they're like, "I would never do that." That's you. You may have everything together today, but 6 months from now, coronavirus hits. You lose that 6-figure job that you've been living that way. You know what I'm saying? You weren't living on a $40,000 pay salary. You were living on the 6 figures you were making. So when those 2-3 pay checks stop coming, oh, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to get people to see. And one of the more common questions I always get is that, will this work in my city? And they may be in Dallas. I'm like, well, number one, is already working. But my follow-up questions are do people die in Dallas?
Yep.
Do they get divorced? Do they lose their job or income? Do they relocate? You think there's some tired landlords in Dallas? Medical bills, kids' tuition, life creates motivated sellers. Your job as a wholesaler is make sure you're doing a good job of letting them know you exist on a day-to-day basis.
That's right. That's right.
Who is that? D. Wilco. Bandit signs are illegal everywhere.
Right. That's why they're bandits.
And their ordinances are on the books everywhere. But it's like a speeding ticket. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you're trying to get caught, but in a lot of markets, and I'm just being transparent here, is that the suburban areas you normally can't get away with bandit signs, right? It's in the areas that you may see on the news every night. That's where they really don't care. Now, some cities still own those areas too, but for the most part, they just have bigger fish to fry than bandit signs. You feel me? And then you can still be tactical and still do some placement in areas that they normally won't stay up that long. You just have to be a little bit more creative and thinking outside the box or whatever. Freeway exits, drive-throughs, places like that they're visible but invisible.
Exactly. So when it comes to bandit signs, is there any special wording that you found over the years? Just we buy houses in a number, something special that you've seen that works well?
Well, I'll show you what
he busting out a real one now. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, tag somebody who need to come in here and learn some of this real estate.
Well, this is the sign I use, whatever. So I guess this is allegedly the sign that I use.
Allegedly.
So you gotta go with that color scheme or whatever, a little bit more expensive website, call or text, self-ad, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have much space. I copied this for one of my students locally. Most people do their signs like this on the way, but they're better portrait. You can put more on them. This part of it, which is the most important, is still visible. You see, I have on the and land also, just a little different or whatever.
Right. Because I've seen them from, we used to do a lot of just regular we buy houses and a phone number, but we switched it to sell your house for full price. And we get a lot of more of those people like, how you going to buy my house full price? So they're curious. Now they got hooked in on a terms deal. Don't know how it happened.
Yeah. That's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite one right now. So yeah, good question there, D over on Periscope. Miss Collins say she loving this information. All right, cool. So if y'all do have questions, pop them in here. We'll get them addressed as we go on through this stream here. So marketing, bandit signs, driving for dollars,
text messaging, cold calling, other wholesalers, which I've slept on that part of it since I met, some guys here recently, Jamil from Keegley and those guys. I've slept on that part of it, the networking part of it. I guess that's the best way to I'm an introvert at heart. I know it may not seem like it, but I am. But I like to eat, as you can tell. So I do what I have to do, or whatever. So so networking is a huge part of it. Definitely want to be in connection as far as the other wholesalers in your market. They're competition, but they need to also be partners when available or whatever. So everybody can make some money. It's just a volume play. We're in a volume play game when you're wholesaling.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people that seem to just have a full business structured on disposition housing, just disposition properties.
That's their business. That's Keegley's business. 1,000 deals a year.
Woo! Ooh, and they don't talk to no sellers. All we doing is getting rid of these.
Well, they have their own part of their business where they do that, but the majority of it is just, they have a just unbelievable buyers list, and they move product.
All right, I might have to hit them up. We got some on the board. Need to move them along.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I know that's right. So marketing, talking to these sellers. So when you do get these sellers and you find them, what are some of the magic words or some of the magic spiel that you say to them to make them want to get that house basically for little or nothing? If you got to do that.
Now, I don't consider myself a master negotiator in that sense of like convincing somebody to do something that they want. Now, what I do have the patience. I'm going to try to build some rapport just because their situation may change, but I'm just normally just going to fact find and get them, hopefully just them talking, by asking them if I hadn't seen the house or anything, just questions like age of the roof, how long has it been vacant, when were there recent repairs, in your opinion, what's the overall condition of the property? If they called me, why are you considering selling? Those are just open-ended questions to get them talking so you can, determine their level of motivation, and then learn this from the same course I paid $400 from Laurent Ron LeGrand. I still use it today. Paying all cash and closing quickly. What's the least amount you'll accept for it? As is. Wait on the response, regardless of what they say. Is that the best you can do? According to Ron, you're supposed to say it one more time after that, even if they give you another price. Is that the best you can do? So, but that's it.
That's crazy that little 6-letter phrase or 6-word phrase can get you so much money off. People have actually dropped price from saying it.
Oh yeah.
They say, I want 100,000. Is that the best you can do? Well, I can really do 95. Damn, right. $5,000 off.
Oh yeah.
So that's the secret sauce. Ask good questions, huh?
Open and do more listening than talking.
Most definitely.
More listening than talking. Yes.
All right, got that. So we're gonna talk to them. Have you ever did deals with dealing with real estate agents or doing deals that's on market, or do you kind of stay away from that?
Not my thing. I've done it a couple of times just to see if I could do it. Some people, their entire operation is ran that way or whatever. But you gotta have the right type of buyers for that, though. What I term as lazy buyers, right? Because properties that are listed now, you can negotiate a property into a deal, versus the price being showed online. You just got to be dealing with the right type of buyers, because a lot of times they've already been presented these properties already or whatever, through some form of fashion. And if someone is going to pursue dealing with a real estate agent, don't bring your own agent to the table, right? You don't need your own representation. You want to give that agent an opportunity to make 100%, the listing agent, the agent that actually has the contract with the seller, the listing contract with the seller, a listing agreement. You want to give them an opportunity to make 100% commission, right? 6% split on $100,000 deal is less than 6% on a $60,000 deal when they keep it all. I know they didn't get that. What I meant by that is, if the house is listed for $100,000, they're going to sell it, and then another agent brings a buyer to the table, which is normally how it works. It is rare an agent lists the property and they find a buyer for the seller. The reason that they put it on MLS and it goes on Zillow and all these sites is that other agents, a lot of times they call it the buyer's agent, will bring the buyer to the table. So that 6% that's out there has to be split into 3%, right? Normally how it works. So 3% on 100,000 is 3,000. But if you get them to take a $60,000 price, 6% on 60,000 is 3,600. That's a $40,000 drop, and they still made more than they would if they'd sold at 100,000, assuming another agent was involved. Now, a lot of agents just won't automatically get that. Right. Now, so you have to sort of almost put it in the writing to them to show them or whatever, indirectly, I guess you would say, because so what people have to understand is that a lot of times whenever agents are dealing with their client, the client is totally dependent on the agent's opinion of pricing. So if the agent goes back to the seller and says, hey, we got to offer $60,000. I'm ethically buying it to at least let you know about it, but we can do better than that. He's trying to low balls. They're not serious. Or the agent goes back to him and say, I don't think we can do better than 60,000.
And get it done.
So, that persuasion, the agent, they'll say, well, I'm worried about my client, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that sounds good. But we know, and it's okay. You're worried about your bills first, your family eating first, right? That's fine. That's human nature or whatever. So you have to play in the greed or the financial needs of the agent. And that's why you don't bring another agent to the table, because now you're taking more food off of their table or whatever. You know, when you educate yourself on this stuff, you know more than most real estate agents.
Now that's deep right there.
That's real. When it comes to investing, you know more, because you have to understand how to find a great deal, the mindset of a cash buyer, how to put the transaction together as far as the paperwork, right? And the structure it to make a deal close. They don't go through all of that. They don't go through all of that.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying all agents. I'm just saying most agents. You know more than them. Once you educate yourself, just don't wholesale. We ain't even talking about the other stuff with real estate investing. You know more than most agents. You're more of an expert than they are.
Wow. Just by watching about 100 videos at least.
Might not even take that many.
You can know more than 20 videos. Yeah, I know that's right. Most definitely. Make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share. We're on live with Ty, a.k.a. the Flip Man, dropping the jewels on y'all. So, yes. So when you talk to the agent, you're basically saying make sure you go unrepresented. Let them know you don't have an agent and you're just there as yourself. And you want to buy this house and they can get the full commission, basically.
Yes.
Make that clear so they don't have no confusion.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I kind of stay away from those MLS deals myself, for real.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't target them at all. If it comes my way, if it's listed or whatever, not interested. I probably missed a lot of bread over the year, but it's not my thing, man.
Most definitely. So let's see here. I see we got some questions up in here. I don't want to let it get too bagged up. Let's see here. Let's see. Miss Danielle says, so what do you recommend spending your capital investment on for entry-level investors? Mentorship or marketing materials?
Wow, that's a good question. Now, it just depends on how you can retain information, right? Some people need their hands held and some don't. I'm one of the ones don't really need my hand held, right? I can watch, what did I recently look up to educate me? I'm always looking up tech stuff to educate myself. I don't talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I just figure it out. It's just so many videos out there. But some people, they can watch them all day and it's just not going to click. That's fine. It just, as I said, it depends on how you retain information. So if we're talking about wholesaling, then someone like myself, I give it all away. So if that works for you, then your money should go towards marketing or more so. But at the end of the day, in order to increase your chances of succeeding, it really helps if you simply know what you're doing.
Most
That's
definitely.
Education.
Most definitely. So get your education level up. Watch the almost 500 free videos on the Flip Man channel. Ask Flip Man. You changed it on YouTube too, right? It's Ask Flip Man on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. It's that all across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all formats.
I see you did a whole rebranding. Ask Flip Man, make you find them everywhere. No excuse, right?
Yeah. I couldn't get just Flip Man, so I had to add a little something to it to be able to get it all on uniform, I guess you would say.
That's right. If they don't know you, they can't flow you.
That's it.
Let's see. Wow, big players. Hello, what's up? And if you're watching on the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, hit that link in the description. Gives permission so we can show your pretty mug. I don't know who you are, but what up? See here. Roy,
how long you been using StreamYard, out of curiosity?
We've been using it about 7 months. I mean, I found out about it pretty early, 6-7 months. Probably it was only out about maybe a month.
I think around about the same time. It's the best thing going by far.
I'm mad I didn't create it. Hell, what's wrong
Oh,
with
them
me creating this damn thing?
hey, them boys are brilliant, man. I watched some of their lives on Sunday. I don't know if they still do them, but they just talk about the product or whatever. It's brilliant, man.
Most definitely, because I was using that Restream and some other stuff, but
Oh yeah, I had to use like 2 or 3 things to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
I was
Nah,
happy.
you just log right in on this right here. You know what I'm saying? And what we started doing just this past week, you may want to do it also. And I should have been doing it. Is that when people ask a question, what I did was I just put the link on one of my websites and told them to go to it, and we just bring them on, let them ask the question or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out. That was the best show we've ever out of 150 shows. That was 150 last week. On Thursday night, that was the best one we've had, just because we could bring people on. Because a lot of times when they ask questions, there really is a follow-up question needed from us to understand what they're really asking or whatever. So now it cuts down on the people in the chat or whatever. But so we had mixed reviews on. Some people thought it was really good, then some people thought we were leaving the chat people out. Even though we were trying to still do both or whatever. So just a suggestion.
Yeah, it actually moved people up to the top of the list. Say, if you in the video, we're gonna put you on right now instead of waiting till we get to you. You know how that goes.
Yeah, it did actually.
That's what it is. You got to play the game.
Oh yeah, technology, man. Lord have mercy.
And land, they like that land on your sign there. They say
that what?
The land that you put on it. You said buy houses and land on your bandit sign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a land bandit sign around here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. Full price. Yep. It's about the bandit sign. Yo. Okay. How can I get cash buyers? I'm JVing, but I can't find a buyer.
Wow, man. Well, just the normal places: Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, still, Facebook groups, local real estate groups, and national. You can find buyers that way too. Definitely LinkedIn. You want to get in there and mix it up. You want to place signs out in the area where the house live. When I handwritten signs, like you take one of these and flip it over and put on there cheap house for sale, cash. If it's in a $100,000 neighborhood, 30K cash. Phone number, call or text. That could be handwritten. And, you'll have buyers call you. Now, you're going to get all types of calls. Like, do y'all rent houses? You need somebody to paint, mow the lawn, all this stuff. You need a handyman, all that kind of stuff. But you're going to get some buyers call you because they frequent those areas and they know when they see a great price. And that helps you to build a cash buyers list. You can do that just without even having a house on the contract or whatever, just to try to build some network with some people and see what's going down or whatever. Other wholesalers, even though you're trying to JV and find a buyer, you may have to bring another cat in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't sleep on real. We talked somewhat negative about real estate agents, but there are some agents out there getting it in on this investing side of the game. Some of them can bring some buyers to you. Just have to incentivize. First thing they want to know is, hey, do you all work with agents? And when they mean that, what they mean is, how am I going to get paid? That's their way of saying, how much are you willing to pay? Or whatever. You're only talking 3 or 4% of the actual sales price, which is normally nothing, in this game or whatever. So yeah, I'm like Glass. Hey, what you would want, 3, 4, 5? You know what I'm saying? I just tell them like that. It made no difference.
We in.
So anyway, so those are some way. I don't know if I left anything. Yeah, you want to go to your real groups. Obviously, mix it up. Hope you got to go, and all real groups are not built equally. Or whatever. So those are some of the ways you want to try to, network and find buyers, cash buyers. But the easiest thing to do is continuously to have great deals. A lot of stuff out here for sale that's supposed to be wholesale is not, man. You want to check out some of the videos, Comps 101 on YouTube. Just flip, man, Comps 101.
Most definitely check that out. Because most of the time I see is only 2 reasons a house don't sell: that price is too high, or that marketing just sucks. I see people just throw.
That's it, or both at the same time.
So which one is it? Destin? Is it the price sucks? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it the marketing sucks or the price too high? You let me know. It's one of those two. Yeah. Usually. All right. D over here on Periscope says, other than videos, what books could you recommend that explain some of these skills?
I get that question more than I probably should. I'm not a reader. It is what it is. I'm my girlfriend told me, I forgot the word she used. I think she said I'm an auditory lead learner.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather for someone just to sit down or me watch something and I can get it. I'm talking without even making notes or whatever. I can normally just get it. Especially when it's talking about business. As far as reading, I don't know what books you can read on that. I hadn't even had anyone to recommend, like, hey, this book, spells it out A to Z. I don't know. It may be something out there. You may be a reader, Chris. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I dive deep into the videos. I say, man, I'm going to go to sleep listening to it. I'm gonna wake up listening to it. I'm gonna program myself in my sleep. But D, I will say, check out the All In guys. They got a book called The Best Wholesaling Book Ever. Just came out about a couple months ago. Pretty good book. Check that out. That might give you some direction, but the videos may help as well. But I understand. All right. Yeah. So we got that. Good formula. 2 legends. Oh, all right. I'm a legend? Not yet. I'm only 2 years. I just hit my 2-year anniversary.
Already? That's what's up.
Yeah. I did 17 wholesale deals in my first year. So I came in swinging.
Oh, yeah. You knocked it out the box. Yes, sir.
And I already got 10 houses. So I say, let's keep it going.
Oh, yeah. What were you doing before?
So I already was an entrepreneur. Like you said earlier, I was an entrepreneur first. That's why I came into the game and just dropped $1,000 into it, because I said, I'm just going to spend the money to set up the system versus just getting in as a hustle. Because, a lot of people say, I just want to hustle and get a quick check. I'm like, no, I want to set up a thing where it feeds me time and time and time again, where I can set up good systems. So I did what I wasn't supposed to do, come in and got VAs and everything in the first 2 weeks.
That's what's up.
All right. So Lily, what up? What up? Let's see what we got here. I got to get Ty on my show. All right. That's Mr. Transaction Engineer down in Atlanta.
That's what's up.
All right.
Brother. Hit me up on Instagram or somewhere like that.
That's right. That's right. Ed, all right. What's up, boss? Mr. Transaction Engineer. Chris, let me hold something. I ain't got nothing for you. Here you go. Give you a $50 bill. That's all I got.
What's up, man?
Gems. Let's see if we got any other questions down in here, because I know y'all got a lot of stuff in here. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. Dropping the sauce. They moving on to commission, definitely. Yeah, that commission. So do you when you do talk to these if you do talk to a real estate agent, do you just ask them what they want, or do you offer them? Yeah, you can take the full commission.
I'll ask them. What do you normally get on deals like this? I'll just ask them.
Okay, perfect.
Normally they're just gonna say 3 or whatever. Depending on how much money I'm making, I'm willing to go up more than that with no hesitation.
How quick can you bring me a buyer? That's all I want to know.
The way I look at it, you're paying me. You think I'm paying you, but you're really paying me to get this buyer, because I'm not gonna need you anymore once I meet them. You know what I'm saying? So unless they just want to give you money or whatever, but that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, what is your thought about people to say, like, this is my buyer? Like, some people act like this is a possession. This is my buyer, and this and that. Like, just people. No.
I had a lady, she would not do the deal with me unless I agreed. Every time that buyer did a deal with me, she got paid. I said, I don't operate like that, because I don't expect the same with people that, that I introduce them to somebody else. This ain't pimping. That's pimping.
So wait a minute. You telling me she tried to get a residual income off of a one-time transaction?
A one-time transaction. Hey, offers are free, but I turned it down.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, people try all type of stuff. I mean, they don't know unless they ask, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Offers are free, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you always ask.
Right. So in your experience, let's see here. They say they're in Atlanta and they've been reaching out to realtors. I mean, do you think that's worth people's energy to really keep doing it, or really get focused on those off-market deals?
You have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some guys run their whole operation like that. But newbies, hopefully I gave you some insight on the mindset of how the only word I can think of right now is manipulate an agent into working with you or whatever. You got to get in their pocket, in their minds of how they're going to get paid. And a lot of times they just ain't going to get it, that you have to show them the numbers. Hey, if you can get your seller to take this $30,000 or $40,000 less, you still going to make more than if you sold it at the price you're asking now if another agent is involved. You know what I'm saying? So you almost have to put those numbers in front of them, what their commission would be.
Exactly. So that's more important when it comes to those. All right. So when you're dealing with cash buyers, what I know you gave a few tips on it. What are some ways people can actually get organized with maintaining their cash buyer list?
Wow. Now that's where one of my flaws as a human being is organization. I just keep stuff in like the notes in my phone, or I program everybody's name in my phone under buyer and boom, boom, their name, buyer, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And I put notes in there. Now there are CRMs out there that'll do all of that for you. You could just go old school with an Excel spreadsheet or whatever. So it's just going to depend. The technology is out there to keep track of buyers. It's going to be tons of stuff out there to do that. Normally, they're going to do more than that. I haven't even looked. It's probably some stuff in the App Store that'll do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually recommend MailChimp because you can use it for free for up to 2,000 cents a month or something like that.
Oh, okay, you do email. Okay, all right.
I use
normally
create a data or add their name and email address in there because at least you can export that and do something else with it if you need to.
Exactly.
And I actually have a couple of videos on that as well, how to actually organize that cash buyers list to.
Now don't sleep on creating a website. And I got one up. I always have stuff up, but don't creating a website so you have somewhere to send them so they can look at your properties, but also to get on your deal alerts so you can build a list of cash buyers that way. And that's part of. I wish I had that sign in here, but that's one of my other signs is that it's a printed sign, it's not handwritten, but it has my website for deals on there. You know what I'm saying? So it says cheap house for sale. Google us and my website address and the phone number or whatever. So I get a lot of traffic there. And what I do is I have actual videos, that are YouTube links, but videos on the site so they can see the entire house or what it's versus pictures. So, and then I came up with something just catchy, something that easy they can remember or whatever. So just trying to brand it.
Most definitely. That's smart because we implemented that probably about almost a year ago to pictures and video walkthrough of every property so a person can buy it from out of town. I don't even want them to come here. Just do the paperwork and send the money for all I care.
Yeah.
Most definitely. All right. Renita over here on Facebook says, do you suggest hiring a VA or virtual assistant?
That's you. You said you did it out the gate, so you'll have better experience. That wasn't even a consideration for me because I had the money, number one. So assuming she has the money, so that would be something you would probably have to answer that because of that.
Yeah, so the biggest thing with VAs, you better have a way to train them and show them the game. Because I see a lot of people upset, like, oh, well, I hired this company and I just threw them in there, and they're supposed to be a real estate VA, and they don't know nothing. You don't want to depend on that. It takes responsibility to train them yourself. That's what I say. Try to train them up and get them.
Yeah, you got to train them the way you want to do business. They may do no terms, know the lingo, how to speak to stuff, but you got to train them on how you want to do business. And normally that is only going to come from you doing business. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the catch. Exactly. So
you can't train them on how your process works until you create a process.
Exactly. And I would also suggest if you do it that way, get you some video. I got about 95 videos internally just for the company. I could just send somebody on that playlist and they can learn how to do pretty much everything step by step, how to work, talk to sellers, all that type of stuff. So that's what I would do. It all depends. Renetta. Good question though. Let's see here. Should I call listing agents? Yeah, we kind of went over that a little bit. Let's see here. Chris Jackson making it happen. Say Flip been in this game a long time. Remember the kitchen table YouTube videos from back in the day. A true legend.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That's right. All right. I know that's right. LOL. All right. These buyers are for everybody. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Hey guys, what system should I use as a dialer? Do you go with the dialer, Ty?
You mean like a speed dialer for cold calling? Mm-hmm. I use Mojo Sales or Mojo Dialer, mojosales.com. I don't do a lot of cold calling now because it's so heavy on text messaging, which turns into the call or whatever. Just better response rate. Just what I'm doing now. But I recommend doing everything at once if you have the budget and resources to do it, because someone that'll respond to a text message may not respond to a cold call and vice versa. Someone that responds to a bandit sign may not respond to direct mail. Someone may respond to direct mail, may not respond to bandit sign. So it's best you're always leaving money on the table when you're not doing everything. I know you can't do everything, but just understand you're always going to leave money on the table when you're not having multiple forms of lead generation coming in or whatever. So, but you want to get good at whatever you're doing and consistent at it or whatever. Even if that's just one method, you want to be very consistent at it and just let the numbers play out.
I know that's right. Get good at something. Don't just get in there and say, I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
All right. Ed, Mr. Transaction Engineer says, Ty, what is your take on single tenant retail due to the economy, or is it a go or no go?
Hit or miss right now, man. Right now, I'm in a heavy search for some deals, and I go about it a little different on that. I know I have the videos on the vacant single tenant vacant properties and how you could transition and wholesale sell those if you get a commitment as far as a triple net lease from a national tenant. But right now, I have an investor that and it is actually what spurred me up to think about it in a whole different light. He wants me to find, if you don't know what single tenant, we're talking in circles here. You don't know what single tenant real estate is. That's commercial real estate. And well, I'll use Walgreens because everybody know what that is, right? Walgreens, in most cases, now I'm going to say 99% of the case, they don't own the building and they don't own the land that it's sitting on. They are only leasing it. And it's called triple net. And what that means is that they're paying the taxes, the insurance, and the maintenance on the building, which are the main three ends. That's why they call it nets. They call it triple net. For a landlord, so now whereas when you are renting out a house to someone, you're taking care of the taxes, the insurance, and the maintenance on the building. Whereas as a commercial triple net lease, you're only just collecting a check. They call it mailbox money. So you're literally sitting back and Walgreens is taking care of everything else and just sending you a check every month. On top of that, they'll sign a 15-year lease on it, right? And on top of that, depending on how it's negotiated, every 5 years, you get a 10% bump in the rental income, the lease income. It increases the value of the property. That's how it's valued on the income, the NOI, on how it's generated. NOI is expenses minus income minus expenses or whatever. All right. So that's why it's such an attractive deal. But his question was, what do I think about the single tenant industry right now? Because that's mostly dealing with retail. If you're in a sit down restaurant part of the business, you're struggling right now, right? But Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, they've been kicking butt the whole time during this coronavirus. Most of those are triple net properties, right? Just to use that as an example. What else is single tenant? I'm trying to think what else may be hurting. A lot of retail shops. A lot of retail shop. Oh my God. If it's a standalone building, that's what single tenant means. Like we'll just say City Trends, normally in a plaza, but sometimes you may see them in a standalone business or something like that. They may be getting killed right now because they were shut down for so long or whatever, that a lot of these businesses just can't have that lapse in revenue to continue to exist or whatever. So hopefully I didn't talk in a lot of circles, guys. You can just, any of those terms, Google is your friend.
Right. So basically you're talking about commercial real estate. So, I mean, do you think people should go after those type of deals anyway? Like if they could find them?
Well, that was his question. So what we're looking for this particular buyer, and I'm going to start to try to add by, he sort of already knew it, but he pushed me. He saw one of my videos and reached out to me. He wants to buy 5 of them in the next 2 years. So what we're looking for and these properties are not you're not going to see Walgreens get sold all the time, right? That property, not Walgreens, the company, but the property gets sold all the time. But if you don't know where to look, you don't know that they're for sale because they're not going to put up a sale sign on the property or whatever. So he's looking for opportunities it's all centered around the capitalization rate. Basically, over a year's time, what's if you put money in an account, this is the best way I can explain it. What would be my return over a year's time? So a lot of times, and what's considered full price is between maybe 6 to 7%, sometimes lower if you're in certain markets. That's considered like full price. So that means you get 6 to 7% on your money over the course of that annual year or whatever. But when you start getting in eights, nines, tens, that becomes a really attractive deal. But a lot of times that's related to how much time is left on the lease. So I said you had that 15-year lease. So the more the time goes back and you try to sell it. So if you only got 3 years left on the lease and they haven't renewed early, then that cap rate on a sale, like on a property like that, may be 9 or 10%, sometimes 11 or 12%. So it may be a big risk for someone to buy it because once that lease is up, they may not renew and they ruin. Then you have an empty building or whatever. So you're taking a risk there. But sometimes it's worth the risk. That's like a lot of Rite Aids and Walgreens closed. Whenever a Walgreens bought a large number of the Rite Aids, a lot because they were directly across the street from each other, and they're normally on corners, right? So they actually are great locations. So a lot of Rite Aids that you see vacant right now, they call it dark. It's going dark, but they may still have 6 years on it.
Oh, wow.
That means the NOI on that may be $180,000. So divide 180 by 12, that's the monthly lease payment that's still being made to the owner of that property, and 6 years are left. Now, he would be a fool to sit there and wait all 6 years before he tried to put someone in there, but he has time or whatever. So that's like the pros of triple net. The cons is that once it's vacant, you have to put somebody in it, but you get such a long commitment. They call those absolute triple net, meaning that, the landlord doesn't do anything. And then if you get a corporate guarantee, like from Walgreens, Walgreens as a company would have to go out of business for him not to get his money. So even if they go dark for 6 years, 7, I've seen them be dark for 8 years, 8 years left on the lease or whatever. So that's just money just coming in on a vacant building,
Wow. And they don't have to do nothing.
They don't have to do nothing.
So we sleeping on the commercial deals.
Oh, that's what we just talking about. Real estate, wholesaling is but you can wholesale those too now. That's the point. But just get the entry to understand the wholesaler is just like looking through the peephole of a door that's a mall. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, of opportunities.
Wow. So once you get the basic concepts down, the sky ain't even the limit.
Oh, the sky ain't the limit, man. As Jordan said, the sky ain't the limit, whatever he said. That's a ridiculous statement he made.
Right. Right. Miss Richardson say, Flip Man is the reason I started. Dang.
Oh, that's what's up, baby girl. What's up?
Let's see what we got here. I look forward to sharing you guys when I get a deal. I know that's right. Keep pushing, Miss Griffin.
Make it up.
Let's see here. I got some other stuff down here. So yeah. So another thing when it comes to that commercial that I saw is the post office. That's one of the deals you want to get, right? Because they never moving.
Well, yeah. Normally they will be on a triple net lease. That's a triple net tenant. Sometimes they may own the property or whatever, but a lot of times, like you say, they're going to be there. They're going to be stationary.
Right. Okay. So do you do any type of creative deals and stuff too, or you do sticking more so to just the wholesale stuff?
Well, I've slept on it and ignored it, and I learned all that stuff at one time when I started. But what attracted me was the wholesaling, somewhat lease options or whatever. So I'm trying to do more creative stuff, but more so on the commercial side of it. Or just trying to leverage the few resources I do have to try to, pick up some stuff or whatever. To, still to flip. That's really my thing or whatever. I'm pretty good now as I wasn't before at saving money or whatever, and trying to turn it over to something else or whatever. So got to create cash flow. I got to get on. I'm getting older or whatever. I got to create cash flow.
Got to retire one day, right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So what are your thoughts when it comes to wholesaling versus virtual wholesaling? Are you big on like doing stuff in other markets and stuff like that? Or?
I am now. I wasn't before. Until I met Jamil at Keegley, I really didn't care about it. But that's my ignorance. But even though one of my original reasons for even starting my channel on YouTube was for that. But more so for commercial, I was trying to look forward, much forward, beyond what I was even knew about at that time. But the idea behind beyond just helping people, I say if I have enough tentacles out there of people that I help I can reach out to someone pretty much in any decent sized city that I could partner with. You know, that was my thinking. So until I met them, they were doing it and I was trying to do it or whatever. So I've taken that serious. That's something matter of fact, before we started here, I was going over some deals been sent to them. Like, you know, I've been putting it out there for some months now, and people send, you know, tons of deals on a daily basis or whatever. So I'm dead serious about the virtual thing. You know,
that's right.
just leveraging, you know, I put a lot of hard work, a lot of time into these videos, man, or whatever. So just trying to leverage, you know, that and create a win-win for everybody.
Most definitely. So are there other markets you want to be in, or are you just willing to do deals pretty much anywhere?
Any decent sized city, $250,000, 250,000 population or bigger normally will work.
Well, I want the $250,000. Let me get that one.
That too.
What's the biggest wholesale spread you've ever saw in your experience over time?
On a house, the most I've done is only 42,000 out of my market.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody here in St. Louis did 140. What'd you do? 143,000, something like that. I said, damn, why can't I find them?
Yeah, that's hard to find here. You know, that's market. It's tough to get that or whatever. But you out in California, that's nothing. You'll get, if you're doing enough marketing, you'll get one or two of those every couple of months or whatever out there. You know, California, New York, places like that where you're dealing with in the hood $400,000. See, the hood here is 60. You see what I'm saying? You know,
that's all. I mean, that's the lowest you'll get something there.
It may can get in the 50s, but consistently the hood is 60 or whatever.
See, our hoods go down into them 20s and 15s and all that. We can get houses for cheap here.
ARV?
I mean, pretty much 25. I've seen some.
See, we got a few like that, but for the most part, high 50, 60. You can do if you do a really good job on a retail, you know, you could get that. You can get that.
Matter of fact, we got a deal in East St. Louis right now under contract for $2,000.
Now I get those.
So
now, you know, I get those sometimes. I can't move them. You know what I'm saying?
We found a buyer, so they're supposed to close Friday. Hope everything work out with that.
Well, what's the spread on? What's the spread on it?
It's only a little spread, like $6,000 or something. It ain't no big money or nothing.
A little spread. You know, if people want $6,000, you know what happens? People $6,000 will change their whole situation.
Get into wholesaling, baby. Go to wokerealestate.com.
Y'all heard what he said? Just a little spread, $6,000.
Just a little bit. Right. So I know you said you do some real estate and you do some other type of investing and stuff too, other business adventures. What else you got your hands in?
Well, I'm really not doing anything else additional now, really outside of real estate related. You know, I have the affiliate stuff, the deal later and all this stuff. I'm affiliated. You know, people reached out to me or whatever. But what I did during this, I guess, quote unquote, slump right after 08, 07, 08, 09, I got into the gold buying, but remember the we buy gold craze?
Mm-hmm.
I was one of them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We was killing it. It was lovely. You know what I'm saying? So that sort of filtered out too much competition or whatever, and I got more back heavy into real estate. And you'll probably notice a lapse in the videos that I did probably from 2009, well, probably 2009 to 12. It's probably a little lapse in there, you know what I'm saying, as far as how much I was putting out or whatever.
Yeah, because you went into the gold. See, I wish you had kept all that gold, because I think gold at a high rate or something right now, right?
It's not in. You know what I'm saying? It's about the same. You know, it's not that far off from when I was doing. What happened was it went from like just hovering around $100 to $300 for years, and it just went up above 1,000. And it just created a vacuum of just a lot of opportunity or whatever.
That's what we need, opportunity. So we're going to take a couple more questions. I don't want to keep you out here too late. I know the party about to start soon. Let's see what we got here. Sean Gavin over on YouTube say, do you wholesale subject to deals?
Well, since I met Pace Morby, he's Jamil buddy. My antenna is up to do that or whatever. Set up, basically just saying set up terms and wholesale out the terms or whatever. That's flat out owner finance where they don't own anything, a subject to deal, subject to existing financing, or a lease option opportunity. You can just set up the terms and just wholesale out the terms that you set up, negotiated, or whatever.
Right, right. And Sean, I'll be trying to find a way to stay in the deal. That's where the money at. The goose that lays the golden egg. Don't get out the deal if you don't have to. Now you can't, because you can still get a big check. A lot of people don't know that. My very first subject to deal, I got a $20,000 check on the front end on a house I had no money in really. So you know, this stuff is really crazy when you start learning the different interweavings and you see that you can get a $300 or $400 a month cash flow. Try to stay in the deal if possible. That's what I suggest. All right, let's see what we got here. Dorothy on YouTube says, how can a person find a house someone will pay you to buy?
I guess you mean, how can you wholesale a property?
Yeah, I guess that's really asking how to find a person. Let me see here. How can a person find a house someone will pay you to buy? The marketing stuff that we just went over a little bit there. I don't know if you just came in late, Miss Dorothy.
How can a person find a house someone will pay you to buy?
Rephrase that if you can, if that's what you're asking. I'm not sure if that's the right question there. Ed down in Atlanta says, what's the biggest commercial flip you've seen?
That I've seen or been a part of?
Just seen it.
Oh man. As for just a wholesale deal?
Yeah, commercial flip.
I think I've dealt with some guys, not me personally, but they picked up a $500,000 fee, whatever.
$500,000. So you wait a minute, $500,000 on a wholesale flip.
That's nothing for commercial. That's nothing. You'll have 7-8 figure checks that's possible. I'm telling you, right now. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times they'll call it an option. You know what I'm saying? Same thing though, or whatever. But and they basically just tie up a property using an option agreement. They may put down a significant down payment. There's a lot of ways to do it, but with the probability of losing that option, but they may tie it up for a year or whatever, and do what they're going to do, and they wholesale it out 7-figure or whatever. Man, you can wholesale an Empire State Building. If you all know what that is, you don't Google it. If it's probably worth $1 billion, right? Somewhere in there, right? If you can get it for $500 million, I can find a buyer in a week and close it for probably $700. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people get kind of afraid when they hear these big numbers. I mean, do you have any advice for people that's dealing with, say, $1 million ARV properties or anything ridiculous? Because they're like, I don't want to mess with that, but they got problems, like you said earlier. How would somebody even deal with them?
If you are confident that a property has a $1 million ARV and the seller, it may be a kid that moved to California years ago, never coming back to St. Louis or whatever, and they say, they may be jacked up, parents, whatever, and 600,000 is yours. You know what I'm saying? You gonna move on that? If not, call me.
We'll figure out a way to get it done. And in reality, with those type of deals, I think you're probably gonna need some good, buyers or some people that know some people anyway, because it's less buyers up at the top, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be less buyers at the top. Yeah, it's gonna be less buyers at the top.
Start messing with, it's 2 million ARV. Damn.
Well, I say that. We say that. In reality, it's just probably no, it ain't. No, it's not. Now you open it up. Now you're opening up buyers outside of your market at that point, right? To capitalize on something like that, because you can show that to a lot of people that got that kind, those type of resources, and they're all over it. At 60 cents on the dollar, $1 million property.
Yeah, because I had a property like that, because I used to dabble in a little smaller stuff, usually from, like you say, 50 to 125, 150 ARV. But one time I had a property that had a 400,000 ARV, but people was all over it. And I was surprised, like, damn, I thought it was less buyers, but it's more buyers right in that little, maybe I wasn't hitting the sweet spot.
Yeah. I tell you what, find an 8-unit building that's worth about $500,000, or we'll just say 300,000. And you getting it. And one thing about multifamily, you don't even have to get it as deeply discounted as you do with houses. You get that building, I said 300, you get it at 220. That'd be all, and you can wholesale it probably for 260. That'd be all over it.
Wow, it's an easier sale.
Oh, it's an easier sale. Income
Wow.
producing property. Like I said, now you open it up yourself beyond your market when you start dealing with income producing properties like that, commercial stuff, 5 units or more, multifamily.
That's right. Open up that mindset. Like Sierra say here. That's why I love Chris, because he changed my mindset when it comes to money. That's right.
That's
Get that
what's up.
money working. Let's see here. Loyalty Royalty Recovery says, what is the hottest lead source right now since foreclosures are on hold?
I've never been a big foreclosure guy anyway, right? Pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. It's just not never been my thing or whatever. So they're all kind of and right now real estate hadn't really changed. I know for people I talk to around the country and dealing personally or whatever, as far as, but something has to happen with what we got 30, 20 something million people out unemployed. In
Mm-hmm.
the famous words of Malcolm X, those chickens gonna come home to roost. So that means some rents ain't gonna get paid. Mortgages are not going to get paid. That means landlords are not getting paid, so they're not going to pay their mortgages. You know what I'm saying? That's a trickle down effect. Something is going down, but I hate to say it like this, but that's the only way I can explain it thinking right now. But that's a good thing for investors, real estate investors. That's when you come up when in a crisis, as for when you have property values going down on properties that should be worth more. That's where the opportunities lie. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a future teller. I would be in a different business if I was.
No.
But I'm just telling you something that has to happen after these unemployment checks run. That's the extra $600 run out, because some people are making more money with the normal unemployment plus the extra 6 days that they add on to it. Some people making more money than they were making on their actual jobs.
So they don't have any motivation to go back to work.
Zero.
They like, I'm gonna sit home and put my feet up. Thank you. Thanks to the Rona. All right, let's see here. Yep. Ed say that's what he was talking about. Let's see here. Yo, two of my favorite guys. What up, Chris and Ty? What up, Den G? All right, so yeah, that's cool. So before we wrap this thing up, Ty, let's see here. I know you told us a little bit about marketing, told us a little bit about talking to sellers, dealing with real estate agents, and some stuff like that. Now, over your time here, what kind of mistakes that you've made in the past that you feel like you've learned from that can help somebody else out today?
The biggest mistake that I probably made, I wasn't used to it. It doesn't. One thing about a little money, and it doesn't take much, right? You'll see what type of person you're dealing with. Sometimes that's for the better. Sometimes it's the same. They're the same person, and then a lot of times it's worse, right? It's worse or whatever. Normally, that's going to bring out who someone really is. So for me, at the time that I started getting a little extra money beyond what I was used to, I was single, just out of a relationship, pretty, devastating relationship on my side of it anyway.
Devastating.
You know what I'm saying? I was mentally out of it. I had checks I was waiting on me to come pick up. I didn't even want to go pick them up. So once I got over that, I was out there just, hey, dating, I was doing what I want to do and spending or whatever. And so when the 07, 08, and 09 crash hit, I was making 20, 25,000 a month or whatever. And I was living that way, right? So when you go from 20, 25,000 down to 5,000 a month, right? Hopefully you're getting 5. It was rough. So if I don't teach you anything out of this, if you're making I don't know, I don't know, we'll just throw out $200,000 wholesaling. You get that pretty early on, within a couple of years of doing it. Still live like you're off 50,000. Save your money, put it back into stuff to make more money. Trust me, rainy days will come. We can't. A lot of people had it going on with their restaurants, just using that as a business. They're ruined now or whatever with this Corona stuff. I don't know, Chris. I don't know about you. I don't know when stuff will get back to where it was pre-March. Like we have malls, a couple of malls here. I think it's over with for them.
And they got that high rent. That rent be high as hell.
What?
Talking about some $7,000 a month. I'll be like, damn.
7? Oh my God, just ridiculous. I'm talking about just the mall in general, the total.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh, that's probably
thing.
70,000 a month.
Yeah, it just over with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So my point is that who saw that coming? Like one of my friends, I guess they're a friend, a guy that even though I wear bald hair, I do go to the barbershop.
Wait a minute, team ball head in the building.
Oh, okay, what's up? I go to let him shave my face. During Corona, I realized I could buy the 3-prong shaver. I can do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I can clean and heat it, but I can't get my beard and mustache like I wanted. So anyway, I still go to him. But I remember him telling me before all this hit, being a barber is recession proof. I said nothing is recession proof.
Nothing.
Maybe the drug business, I don't know. Hey, when they let them go, right? I mean, not let them go. They made them the health department made them shut down. A lot of those guys wasn't prepared for that. That were barbers. If you go into any black barber shop, there's a tennis shoe war going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. You're right.
Hey, $200, $300 shoes ain't nothing. So that money being blowed, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling people how to spend their money. I'm just telling you, or whatever, is that save your money. When you start making this money, live a lifestyle below your means. I know you want to help your people. You want to buy nice things or whatever. You can do all of that, but you need to save a significant amount of money first before you start to make a lot of large purchases that are debt-ridden or whatever. Save at least a year's worth of bills, before you do anything significant outside of the way you already are living. That's the best advice I can give you.
Wow, now that's solid right there. I would definitely agree with that, because even with like strippers and stuff, I be like, man, y'all make a lot of money. You just blow all that money. You better go buy some houses.
Close them down. You know what I'm saying? Close them down. Now they trying to strip on the gram. You know what I'm saying? And
OnlyFans,
places like that. What they should have been doing anyway.
Yeah.
If I was a stripper. hey, y'all wouldn't want me in that game. I should never be getting paid in that game. I look like anything. And I was anyway. But save your money, man. You want to always be letting your money make more money. The majority of your money should be making more money. It's that simple.
And Chris Jackson even said most of them don't even own the shop.
No. No.
And that's how I do be. Perfect. Let's see here. The truth. Cool. So how do people connect with you? I know you said you got your social media, but give people how they can connect with you after they watch this on a replay, and maybe say, I want to see more of Ty. I want to get more. I like that guy.
Ask Flip Man. Go to YouTube, do a search for TikTok, which is my place where I'm at the most right now. Instagram, Facebook. I have a Facebook group with almost 60,000 people in there. Wholesaling real estate with the Flip Man. You know, it's a private group. Just ask to join. We let everybody in as long as you follow the rules or whatever. So just Google me. I'm out there. I put a lot of work in. Should come up.
I know that's right. Get Googleable. Anything else you want to leave?
Twitter also. Yes, sir.
And Twitter too. Anything else you want to leave with the family before we let you go?
Hey, man, this business boils down to generating leads, networking with as many cash buyers and wholesalers as possible. You're just putting those two together. Market your butt off to generate daily leads. If you talk to or make 3 to 5 offers per day, you would do 3 to 5 deals per month. If you make 7 to 8 offers per day, you would do 7 to 8 deals a month. I think you get it. So the business boils down to generating leads, making offers. Remember this, offers are free. Most won't, but enough will.
Fire. That's what I'm talking about. So enough will, that's good enough. Everybody ain't gonna say yes, but
most won't, but enough will, and it's so worth it.
That's right. I want to say thank you for coming on to the show here. Flip Man down in Alabama. What part of Alabama you in?
Birmingham, Alabama.
B-Ham. I know some people down there, matter of fact.
That's what's up. Yes, sir.
That's right. Cool, bro. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. And we'll catch you in the future for sure, right?
All righty. Yes, sir.
All right. That's how we do it, family, right here each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We chop it up with some master hitters and killers in the business of real estate, whether you're talking about wholesaling, whether you're talking about doing some creative deals, whatever it is, we try to bring it to you right here. Give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. No problem, Natasha. No problem. She say, thank you. I love it. No problem. Down there with Deontay Wilder. That's right. You knew it. And Roy, good to see you again too. Appreciate it. Yep, appreciate you. Thanks. Tag somebody who need to see the replay. Do that. And don't forget, next week we're on with Miss Charmaine Robinson, aka True Lawyer on Instagram, talking about how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds. I know a lot of people want to learn about that type of stuff. So make sure you're right back here next Monday night. That's the 27th of July, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to do it like that. We also got coming up next month in August, we're on with Antoine Campbell. That's right. The REI giver himself. He's going to come on talking about how to wholesale real estate virtually in multiple markets. And we got some other people coming up as well. Make sure if you want to be notified of when we go live, all you got to do is text JV to 31996. Just text the keyword JV to 31996. That'll get you the free joint venture agreement, and you'll be put on the notification list for when we go live each and every Monday night as well. Let's see who else we got here. Thank you. No problem, Sierra. Good to see you on. You stayed on. All right. Boom. Let me take that down. This video is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Get more leads than you can even process at WokeSource.com. And if you need contracts, cool gear, or coaching, that's at WokeRealEstate.com. So those are the main places. Take a screenshot. You're looking to get your leads up, looking to get the numbers to call those leads. And if you need the paperwork to lock them up, it's all right there. There you go. All right. Let's see what we got in here. No problem. Lee, no problemo. Thanks for the knowledge. So now I need you to do something with this knowledge. I don't want you to just consume this great content. I want you to say, I learned something here today, and I'm going to go out here and slay dragons. I want to see you coming in, posting checks, saying, look who's next. I just got my deal, baby, my first deal. So we can bring you on to talk about that as well. So that's how we're going to do it, family. Don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets at Chris Monroe STL. That's Snapchat, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's YouTube. Don't forget the YouTube with over 200 free real estate videos talking about everything from the rooter to the tutor right there. And then go to WokeRealEstate.com as well. And don't forget, if you haven't already, join that free Facebook group, Woke Real Estate Investors on Facebook, talking about subject to, talking about lease options, talking about seller financing, and so much more. Learn the creative structures of a deal, get around like-minded people within a group in a nice controlled setting where we can talk about our deals or get help with deals, all that type of stuff. It's on Facebook, Woke Real Estate Creative Facebook group. All right. Let me see if we got anything else in here. I learned so much, and I will share it on my Facebook page. Learn to wholesale. That's right. Share it out if you care it out. Great info. No problem. Glad to have you on as well. So like I said, if you haven't already shared this video out, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. So do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me. Peace.
And we here. And we here. And we here. Mr. I stay. Whoa, 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 whoa. And Mr. I stay.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by WokeSkipTracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match. Not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. WokeSkipTracing.com. That's WokeSkipTracing.com.